Hi everyone, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me today for a back to school special. I hope you've got your cup of tea or your glass of wine ready, and I hope you've had a good week so far. I'm going to talk to you today about different things, about upcoming webinars and things like that, but mostly about your well-being and to make sure that you'll really have a good positive start and enjoy this first term back in September 21. So I'm going to go and find some PowerPoint slides for you. Okay, here we are there. And slideshow. Okay, can you see that one? Yeah, hopefully you can hear me and see me. So back to school, Tuesday the 31st of August 2021, and what a year it's been, and who knows whether this one will be normal, but hopefully it will be a happier one for you and the children in your care. So today I want to say hello, hopefully convey lots of reassuring messages and notes of positivity to you, concentrate on well-being, a few ideas and hacks along the way. You know, a new agenda, a culture for networking and collaboration for all of us this year, a sharing culture. Let's share together and really pull together and stick together this year. A bit about me and my news and what's next for me, and a few special offers and competitions along the way. So let's get going here. For me, it's let us teach, us being the important word here, and with that comes trust. Trusting each other, trusting the people around us, trusting the families that we influence and the children in our care, and human currency. The trust, isn't it? It's better than love. If you trust someone, especially in a collaborative situation like a school, a nursery, a preschool, it's so important that you all collaborate, you all get on, and you all respect and trust each other. It means everything. It really does, doesn't it? So we're all in this together. A positive and productive learning environment stems from your well-being. If you are happy, the children in your class are happy, and it's just a never-ending circle, isn't it, of positivity. And that's really important, and I hope that we can kickstart this year and just be happy together, and like I said, share different ideas. And acknowledge each other as well. I think that's really important. If you've taken an idea, say thank you. I think that's really important as well, isn't it? So work that room, the dynamics of you being a professional teacher. And I love this. I read this today on Twitter. And make yourself so capable that all the good things in the world come towards you, and so you don't have to go and get them. And I think that's really important, isn't it? Let's do our job. We are professional people, and you can trust us to do our job. We do it for the children, and you'll hear me say that a lot this evening. We do everything for the children, but we need to thrive as well, and that's really important. And that's an up and coming part of my new role, which I'm excited to tell you soon. Win over those worries. So we have got worries. I've read a plethora, an abundance of messages from you all on different forums, in Facebook. That you have that preschool nerves and the anxiety is kicking in. And do we get that in other professions? I don't know, maybe we do, but I don't know if it's because of our long holiday or the fact that we do manage to switch off in that holiday, that September is looming and we are back to school. And I really genuinely hope that 100% of you are happy a little bit and positive about going back and making a new start. And if you're not, speak to someone. You know where I am. I'm at the end of an email. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. And thank you for asking questions about today, and I'll come to those later. But speak to someone. Don't suffer in silence. So it's that never-ending thing of reinventing the wheel. Don't sit there at a blank page of a computer screen. Ask for help. There's so many brilliant forums out there. And I'll mention some of them later. Some of them are run by dear friends of mine. Ask for help, ask those questions, because someone has the answer, and it's really important that we start asking and answering those questions to each other. So win over those worries, okay? Oh, on here. this?
Yeah, that's good.
So we're just going to turn the sound up a bit, just in case. Technical difficulties. Okay, I hope that's... Okay, is that better? Hopefully the sound's better there. William's in the background helping me as always. If you've got any technical questions as well, William's always behind me doing the techie side of it, because I definitely need help with that. So win over those worries, like I said. David Weston, if you've not seen him on TED Talks, then watch him. He's really positive, really down to earth, really genuine. And on my car journeys to work and back over the last few months, I've really enjoyed listening to TED Talks, not just on education, but about being positive, starting each day with a new positive mindset, and always being yourself. And you know, we are human beings, and it's important, isn't it, to not forget that we've got family lives and things like that as well. We are human beings. We love our jobs as passionate educators, of course we do, but we are human, and that's important, isn't it? We need to come back and be genuine people. So do check out David Weston's TED Talks. I'll share these slides, and this video as well will be on YouTube straight after as a recording, so don't feel as though you need to scribble things down. So a new day is a fresh start, so never ruin a good day by thinking about a bad one, and that's important, isn't it? No matter what happens one day, and we've all been there when you thought a lesson would go brilliantly and it didn't, and that's sometimes just how life is, how the cookie crumbles, isn't it? But it's important as a teacher not to dwell on it. I know that 80% of you are perfectionists, that you feel as though you've done wrong in that lesson and all of that, but it's not. And yes, they do go wrong sometimes, but don't dwell on it. Tomorrow is a new day, and it's important. Start each day afresh. Another superb talker on TED Talks is Brené Brown, and she's all about the imposter syndrome and thinking that we're not good enough, and that perfectionist and all of that. I've read up lately on a lot of her, and she really does inspire you to reconsider how you see yourself. You have qualifications for a reason. We all went to university, you've all been to college, you all have those qualifications because you want to be a professional person who works with children. So don't doubt yourself. Yes, we need support, everyone does. There's not a teacher in the land that knows everything, there isn't. So like I said earlier, ask those questions and network, and let's share, and do check out Brené Brown. She's brilliant on TED Talks, and she's written a couple of books as well. Don't compare as well. You're always thinking, oh, that classroom looks better than mine, or they've done a little bit more than work than me, they stayed later than me. You cannot compare yourself with another person, let alone another teacher. We're all different. We all have different home lives and responsibilities. Some people can stay later, and therefore they go home and are free on an evening, and some of us prefer to go home and see family and then work from home. So please do not compare yourself with anyone else. You are the professional. You can control your life and your workload. And the only person you should try to conquer is the person you were yesterday. If you can be a little bit better than that, and not always in the amount of work you do, but in, I don't know, in the way you help someone out, or the way you smile at someone that day. The little things count. Definitely the little things count. All experiences help us grow, and that means that when things go wrong, we learn from those things, don't we? And we won't do it again. Hopefully, we probably will do it again. I've done mistakes frequently over the years, but we do learn from them, and we learn to either sidestep them, and then our experience counts for so much because we can inform others. So don't leave those NQTs wondering why something's gone wrong. Speak to them. They need your experience. You are the wise ones in the classrooms. So definitely offer support frequently to other teachers around you. You are the important one. Like I said just now, only you are in charge of your happiness and choices. Yes, we have the best job in the world. It's the hardest job at times, but we need to understand our different workloads and how we tackle different things and requirements over the week. but we are human, and working together is definitely a collaborative experience, and we need to learn from that. So smile, enjoy life, and try, please, and I know all of you do enjoy teaching. It's really important, and it's really the best job in the world. It always is. And I hate the thought that education is going down us all looking like a robot's road. It petrifies me, it worries me. There's not a one-size-fits-all approach. So your marking and feedback policy will be different from someone else's. So don't worry if it's different. You have a different approach, and that all depends on your senior leadership team, but also how much information that you can bring to the table and your experience as well. So don't be afraid to suggest ideas, and I'm hoping that lots of you have got fantastic senior leaders who do listen, who are visionaries, who do understand that there's a wealth of experience around them. Good leaders, they're not bosses, they work together as a team, they delegate according to strengths and expertise, and that's important, and that should be happening in every single school. There should be, all of you are leaders of your own subject, of your own classrooms, and it's definitely not the time to banish creativity. We need creativity in our curriculum, and I'm sure that all of you agree. Yes, the children are important. They are at the forefront of all we do. However, we as teachers must thrive as well, and that all comes down to teacher voice, excellent CPD, and the daily running of a school. And I hope that you're part of that, or will be going forward. So we don't want to be like robots. Keep that creativity alive inside every single school. So getting it right for you, that work-life balance. I haven't perfected it yet. I would say that over the last few years, I'm a workaholic. I don't know the right answers, but this is what works for me. And if you've been following me for a few years now, you'll know my just take 3 workload. So find that balance. This picture at the top, how we're taught to measure success. Is that true of some people? How much money you get and what your title is. I prefer the bottom one, because it's so much more than that. It's that passion comes across. That the free time is important. We need to rest and all of that. There's a massive push over the last couple of years on well-being and people's physical health as well. And there's so many teachers leaving this profession, and I can't do it on my own, but I really want to find out why. Again, that's part of my exciting new role at my wonderful trust. So I'll speak about that later. But finding what you do and if you are trusted and all of those things is important. Find a balance for you that works. And I'll go on to show you here that this is what we do. This is what other people think we do, just at the top, isn't it? And what we're actually doing, it's huge. Our job is never ending. There's not a day sometimes that we can say, oh, I finished everything on my to-do list. Isn't that brilliant? I'm going to the pub, or I'm going to the beach. We can never say that. So we have to understand when to say stop. Don't get me wrong, I work probably too much, and I love things to be done properly, as people that know me will understand. However, enough is enough sometimes, and you need to rest. Your physical well-being is really important. You need that sleep, you need that rest, you need that social interaction. It's not about education sometimes, so that when you come to each day, you are refreshed and you are ready and you are raring to go and you are passionate still, and that's really important. So for me, it's just 3. So work smart and take shortcuts if you can. I prioritise daily. I have 3 things on my to-do list, which is on my phone. It's just a note page. It could be a post-it, 3 things I really need to do that day. Now, if someone else gives me a call, my boss or something, and says, oh, Bex, I really want you to do this today. And then I'm like, yeah, absolutely no problem. I'll do that straight away. One of my other things can then come off the list. So there's still 3 things on that list. Now, this in theory works perfectly. Sometimes there's other things to do, busy times of year, parents' evenings, that sort of thing. But this does work for me. And then I just feel, right, I've done those 3 things. I'm really proud of that. And it could be 3 different things. So they are subject to change, But at the end of the day, if I've done 3 things that were on my list, I'm really proud of myself. And I don't know, there's this release of, yeah, that's enough now. I'm happy with what I've done. Not this type of shortcut though. I love this picture. This makes me laugh. But sometimes in teaching, we can't get away with the shortcuts like this. So maybe not that one, but I do love that picture. It's really funny. So for me, it's so important to stop, to have your family time, to rest, and this way you do your best. You feel accomplished and you get things done with greater positivity, and I really believe that. Find the balance between work and life that suits you. You will be a better teacher for it, I promise you. And now occasionally over the years, this is my daughter Ruby, who's 16, and I've missed out. I'm not going to lie, I've missed out on taking her to school, picking her up. So I've made it a really conscious decision over the last couple of holidays and stuff to spend time with her, to, I don't know, be a mum again and do those things. I'm not professing to be in a house domestic goddess, because I'm not, don't even ask my husband about all of that side, because he is pretty fantastic and does everything for me, bless him. But I'm a mum again. I can, you know, we have that relationship. And yes, I wasn't there maybe when she went to school and I couldn't pick her up. But I'm there now because I've balanced my life, and, you know, family time is important. Like I said, we've all got different responsibilities, and it's important that you find the balance that suits you. Yes, it's a hard job, and please do not think that I'm suggesting that you go to school and you finish at 3 and then come home. Teaching doesn't finish at 3. I'm sorry, it doesn't. You need to either stay at school and get your work done, or take some work home with you. Now, I hate, you know, sometimes that we do take our work home with us, which is why I sometimes try and stay until it's done and then have that free time at home. And again, that's personal preference, but you need to get that balance right. It's a hard job, so we have to prioritise. This is something I do, and only since lockdown happened, is I never used to do it before, but I work out. And this lady here, her name is Sydney Cummings. All her YouTube videos are free. So every day I do one of her workouts, and every 6 days it's a stretch day, and it's just motivates me so much. I feel refreshed, I feel energized. I feel proud of myself for getting up on a weekend and doing this. It's only half an hour, 20 minutes, 40 minutes. Every day she does something different. She does it alongside you. But just a little tip, I thoroughly recommend Sydney Cummings on YouTube. Each day she posts something new. She's an inspiration. She's quite inspirational as well if you find out a bit about her story. So do check out Sydney Cummings. She is a huge American hit. So please have a look. Also get outside. I love walking. I love finding new ways to walk with my family. And also don't feel guilty about that teacher guilt of having a night off. I'm not doing anything tonight. And we do feel guilty, don't we? And I don't know why, but yeah, sometimes you need to have a night off, and I absolutely agree with that 100%. More of my classroom hacks. I hope you've been enjoying them. They are quite random, but lots of things that I've really enjoyed over the years. And here are some more. So I've shown 26, so this is number 27. You've probably seen this before, but a division sign, instead of getting a symbol off Google Images, if you type, hold down Alt, press 246 and then release Alt, you get the division sign. How amazing is that? There's also lots of other different keyboard hacks that you can Google, but this was my favourite one for maths slides and maths worksheets to create that division sign. Number 28, short bursts of writing. Those small snippets of time that you've got, have something up your sleeve that children can start and finish and feel successful with, that's not an essay or not a long piece of work. So fill those odd moments, if only we had odd moments, with random writing tasks that don't have to be too long. What's the shortest fairy tale you can write using this picture up here, like in 3 sentences? The least amount of instructions to make a cuppa, or describe someone with 3 amazing adjectives. Try it. Okay, so those short bursts. Sometimes you don't need a lot of lengthy time to create a long story. Have those short bursts and get things done. So you can say, well done, I really like that. You've experimented with language. I really understand what you've done there. So have a look. Creating name cards for September. If you go to 1001 free fonts, you can use railway dots or handwriting dotted fonts to create handwriting cards with the dots on. So just for children to go over with a pencil or with paint. So those fonts are free. There's the links there. Railway dots on 1001 free fonts and dotted fonts on FontSpace. So have a go at those and create your own name cards for children in reception. Lots of you might have seen these that I used before, and lots of people say, well, if they have a sticker on, how do you know what they're doing? And do you know what? Sometimes I don't. In reception, I love children to just go and be immersed in their play. I set up and I all these provocations. There's never any stipulation to follow them in the way I want to. They're very free. But what I do sometimes do is get a child to wear one of these 3 ticks today stickers. And you know what? They might only just go over and see another activity and say, done it, can you tick me now? I've done the other one. Yeah, okay, they will only become immersed in the activities that they love, but they just might try something new today. And you know what? I've seen that happen quite a few times, that they've gone over to something different and they've thought, actually, I really enjoyed that, and they've gone back to it time and again. So with this encouragement, they just might try something new today. Morning work, keeping them busy as their children come in. There's lots of morning work ideas on my website shop for free, so just to go and have a look at those. And they don't have to be, pages of calculations. For example, this one here with the phone and the numbers, like what is your name in numbers, using the digits and the letters, whose name is the greatest value, that sort of thing. So playing with numbers and words and making it fun, a crossword maybe, or that sort of thing, keeping them entertained, keeping it fun and pacey, but also with a bit of learning thrown in too. I'm going to tell you now all of these eye-rolling worthy statements that every teacher loves to hate, and I hope that you can join me when you hear these words and agree that they are really awful. And here's the first one. I hate that term. Oh my goodness, I hate it. I hate it. I don't know why. Non is fine, negotiable is fine, but put them together and it's like, I don't know, getting a knife to a teacher and, I don't know, stabbing it somewhere. Why don't we call them something else? So yes, you can call them something else, and some people say that's sugarcoating it, but I quite like essentials and desirables. This is what I'd love to see. This is what I'd love to see if you've got time. And having that different language, sometimes language in teaching is scary. You hear something and automatically, your hair stand on end, don't you? You just think, oh, I hate that. I don't like that terminology. So maybe we can rename some of these things. Essentials and desirables. So all of these things here, if you want a copy of my essentials and desirables that I think should be seen in a lesson, do let me know. But it's less pressure, non-negotiables, also essentials and desirables. What do you think? Book scrutinies. If you take the word scrutiny, scrutinise, it's got such negative connotations, hasn't it, I think. I don't like that terminology. Yes, all right, we can sugarcoat it and call it something else, but even calling it Bookshare to gather ideas, doesn't that sound prettier? I think so. It just sounds better. Book scrutiny. We call it a book look or something like that, and you might do too. And ultimately you are looking at the same things. I know that, and you will be pulled up if there's not nice progress in your books. I know that too. But calling it something collaborative, I just think it has a new stance. I don't know if you agree. So get rid of book scrutinies and call it a bookshare. A well-being meeting. Is that oxymoron? I'm not sure. So a well-being meeting, or instead have well-being time. Yeah? Well-being time. Go and have some well-being time. There's nothing more infuriating sometimes than sitting in a well-being meeting with someone telling you how to look after yourself. I'm probably doing that now, but you're choosing to be here, so that's good. So call it something else. Well-being time. Again, that collaborative time that you choose. Part of it is your choice of what you do to look after yourself, and I think that's important. Again, that word, planning scrutiny, and I've been on the other end of this and demanded that I look at planning, as some of my colleagues that are hopefully here tonight. Hello Tina, hello Bethan. I've done this, and I've had to pull people up for not having the right planning there. So I've been right in the middle, like a middleman. But I don't want to call it that. I want to call it tailor-made plans, because everyone is different and does them differently. I know it's up to your SLT, I know that, but hopefully I know my school now are moving into the visual side of things, so creating like really short PowerPoints for lessons instead of pages and pages of paper plans that nobody looks at, do they? Nobody, except me when I'm asked to look at them. So let's call the things something else. So get rid of those bad terms and call them something else. Yes, we might be sugarcoating it, but doesn't it sound better? And if anyone asks you why you didn't do any work in the last 6 weeks, tell them that you were on a break, because that break was important to you. I wonder if they do get together. So for me, I read this and I don't know, it just gave me power, I don't know. Then one day she decided she would live for herself and not for others, and nobody had the power to make her miserable ever again. And this has a lot of, it resonates well with me, because I've been, I don't know, over the last 2 years, I've been on quite a journey of ups and downs, massive ups and also massive downs. And not many of you know about that, because I do try and keep an equilibrium and just say happy Mrs. Underwood and happy Bex. And it's been hard, and that's been because of education and the changes and things like that. And I'll tell you that story another day if you want to hear it. But don't feel alone, because there's others that have the same issues and concerns as you. And this was really, really powerful for me. You are worth it. You're a professional person. Listen and support others as best you can. So my new role alongside my new role now entails this wonderful opportunity that I start tomorrow. So I am now the head of professional learning for my trust, organising all the wonderful CPD that I can from the people in our trust. Okay, they are the experts. So I'm going to each school over the next month to see all the strengths, all the experts in their field, and gather a picture of what each school has to offer, because everyone has something to offer. So I'm so excited. And in turn, I will gather everything I can, all the wonderful resources that I can pinch and steal and magpie along the way, and I will share them with you through my social media, through my website, through Facebook. Everything that I can pinch, and everything that's worthwhile, I will share with you. I am very excited. I will still touch base in the classroom, please don't worry. I'm a passionate educator through and through, but I couldn't be happier. So part of my new role is to lead CPD for 12 schools, and I will share everything with you as well along the way. So yes, if you'd asked me what I would have been doing a year ago today, I would never have dreamed I would have had this opportunity. But like I said, if you'd love to hear my story, let me know, and we'll have a nice, wine and story night another night, and I'll speak to you about what I've been through in the last couple of years. Not a sob story, because I'm over the moon and I'm very happy now, but there's been ups and downs. And so don't think you are alone if you are going through that similar situation, please. There's so many teachers leaving the profession, and I want to help you and support you as best as I can. So coming up soon, hopefully you've seen the creative writing webinar, which is in the shop now. It's a recording. Special offer tonight until midnight. Everything in my shop is 20%, including this webinar. So if you want it for an inset day, it's about an hour long. It comes with 25 resources. Thank you for the 100 people that have already seen it. So this is a really hopefully lots of inspiring resources to share and ideas that I've got from you all along the way, along from Twitter and Facebook as well. So webinar, the creative writing webinar is available on my shop now, and like I say, today it's 20% off. So coming soon, after reading all your questions today as well, coming soon, there's a mixed reception in Year 1 webinar that I will record and deliver on the 20th September, and also everything EYFS coming in early October as well. But any other webinars or short meetings that you'd like me to host, then please email me, and I'm happy to focus on that, because I forgot to say, I have my new role is part-time, so I have got some time to, I don't know, do inset days for you, or come out to schools and visit and deliver staff meetings over Zoom. So please, if you're interested in any of that too, let me know. YouTube coming up today, and I'll make this live in a minute. This is all about chili challenges. Lots of you have asked about that, so this will go live in a minute. Just really short meetings in minutes about chili challenges. There's one as well about, we've got some others coming up about EYFS, and a mixed classroom. I'll do one of those as well. So lots and lots of questions answered through these short meetings coming up. Chili challenges, so that will be live later on today. Also, like I say, inset and staff meetings, which I'd love to do. Come and visit your schools, or just over Zoom. Support catch-ups as well. Like I said, if you need anything that I don't know, that coaching role, I'm more than happy to spend time answering questions if we get a group of us together maybe. Lots and lots of you have asked about continuous provision in Year 1, and your SLTs are dubious about it working. I want to share that with you, because I'm a massive advocate that it does work in Year 1, and linked with outdoor learning as well. The children that I had in Year 1 last year just thrived because of that CP. So please join me for that one coming soon. Collaboration with parents and what that looks like too. Lots of information about floor books and how to do them maybe, and those wow moments, observations and things like that kicking in. So all of this is coming soon. It will all be on YouTube for free, all of these short meetings that you can share with each other as well. So do let me know any other themes that you'd like me to do and share. One of my new ventures or ideas is a takeaway display. So lots of you are asking, have you got a display pack for this? I'm wondering what to put on the wall for the Great Fire of London. So I've just made these, and I'll show you a picture now. So here's the human body one. So I don't know if you can see this on here. So it comes in a box and everything's laminated and ready to go, and ready to incorporate with your children's work there. So that is a prize tonight. So all I ask for you to do is subscribe to YouTube, and we will choose one lucky person who can win that takeaway display. There's also going to be a Great Fire of London edition as well. We're just making them up at the moment. They're all handmade. They're all national curriculum links around the edge. So with your children's work in the middle. So that's lots of ideas there, and they come like this in a takeaway box. So takeaway display. If you want any other themes or interested in any other themes for display, then do let me know. They are laminated, and there's a lot of controversy over that at the moment. However, some of my laminated display packs I've had for 12 years. So I've used them time and time and again, and I've put them back in their boxes, and they are pristine again for the year after. So please, I understand about the plastic weights. I'm an advocate for all of that. I really am. However, these can be used for 12 years, and I really encourage you to reuse any laminating that you can, definitely along the way. So like I say, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hopefully over the next few weeks there'll be lots and lots of short videos to go on there, and you have the chance of winning this human body pack right here, and I'll send it out to you as soon as we've chosen a random winner later on today. There we go. Also, don't forget my Twitter is @BexUnderwood. I'm starting that. Obviously, my Facebook is my priority at the moment, but I'm also on Instagram, which William runs for me because I'm very old and middle-aged, and I don't really get it. He wants me also to go into TikTok, but maybe next year. We'll see. So So like I said, there's a 20% discount tonight until midnight with the code back to school, with the 2 being a 2. So please use that tonight. Don't forget the webinars in there as well. There's some curriculum assessment books that you could maybe purchase for your new year group, and lots and lots of other things as well. Also, there's some free resources that I've made free tonight. So if you put a search into my Mrs. Underwood shop search facility, there will be some sale items there that are totally free just for you today. So I'm going to leave you now. I hope you've enjoyed this little snippet of me tonight. I hope you have such a wonderful first few days back, either with the children or with your teams, bursting with positivity. Kill them with kindness. You are you, and you are a professional, and you are a teacher for a reason. And this woman, for me, Rita Pearson, sums everything up.
So teachers become great actors and great actresses, and we come to work when we don't feel like it, and we listen to policy that doesn't make sense, and we teach anyway. We teach anyway because that's what we do. Teaching and learning should bring joy. How powerful would our world be if we had kids who were not afraid to take risks, who were not afraid to think, and who had a champion? Every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they become the best that they can possibly be.
Absolutely amazing. So like I said, let us teach, have that trust in us, definitely is important. Trust each other, trust yourself. That human currency that means everything, more than love even. So go into the new term with great positivity, trust each other, stay positive, reach out if you need someone. Just love teaching. It's the best job in the world. Thank you for watching. William, have you got any questions? So bonding, I would definitely say asking questions. If not that you are vulnerable or anything like that, definitely asking questions along the way and sharing. Talking not about just educational things, maybe talking about things that you have in common, asking questions, how long they've been there, a genuine interest in someone else. And colleagues that have been teaching a long time, we also need to make time to listen and to share our own experiences, fill them in a bit on the school background, on which parents to avoid, and all of that sort of thing. So yeah, make time for each other. It's important. So on, even if it's just 10 minutes a day, having that cup of tea, that CPD in the staff room, which I do call CPD because it's important, those ad hoc photocopying conversations are priceless, aren't they? Because they really bring everyone together. Collaboration being the operative word, definitely. Any others?
What advice do you have for NQTs entering reception year 1?
What advice do I have at NQT's reception year 1 mixed class? Yeah, do you think? They are 2 different curriculums, and I'm going to hopefully do a webinar in September, like I said, on the mixed class. It is difficult, it is really hard, but I will share my tips and tricks for making it as seamless as possible. Lots of things I did together. They were whole classes, and in September that mixed class are huge. Like September, you think, oh my goodness, I've got the youngest in reception and the oldest that's flying in year 1. How am I going to do it? And by the end of the year, I can guarantee you that you won't be able to tell who's year 1 in reception, because you have moulded them, and by osmosis those receptions have learned everything that year 1 have done. And you've treated them as a whole class. It's important, yes, phonics and things like that, that's quite tough because you've got the different curriculums and the different expectations, but by the time you get to, I don't know, March, April, May, there's blurred lines and you cannot see, which year group they all belong to, because they are a class, they They are a beautiful class of individual children who have thrived because of stage and not age. So do feel free to ask more specific questions on that one. But there's a September webinar coming up very soon, the 20th of September, definitely with the focus of mixed classes. Anything else, Will?
Yeah, one person's asking, do you have an EYFS assessment grid?
So the new EYFS assessment grid I'm working on, obviously everything's new at the moment. I would just concentrate on baseline, your own baseline. And when I mean your own baseline, I just mean observations. You don't need a tick list. If you want me to make something that I'd maybe use, then I will. But there's so many things on VIX group, early adopters, EYFS on the Padlet, so please use VIX group there, definitely. I'm sure you're all on there, but it's fantastic and there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Like I said, yes, I might be making things over the next few weeks, however, just focus on settling the children in, focus on baseline. And when I mean baseline, I mean those random beautiful wow moment observations that you see them holding their right hand, so you know they're right hand dominant. You see them writing their name in the sand. You can see that they're recognising number 5. Okay, so all of that beautiful stuff that you do so well already. And NQTs going into reception, ask for help. Okay, this is new to all of us. I've never done the RBA baseline before. So if you need support, work together. Do not be on your own this year. Okay.
Another one is what your top tip would be for low teaching mojo.
So
what do you do to get out of your low teaching
So when
mojo?
you are overwhelmed, that sort of thing. Yes, and do you know what? Some days, well, from a well-being point of view, if I felt low and if I felt overwhelmed with, a mountain of things to do, and then someone else asked me to do one more thing, it was that straw that broke the camel's back, that sort of thing. And you need to stop and you need to do something totally different for a bit, because otherwise you will drown in that overwhelming anxiety. So stop, maybe have an early night, or as in leave school early and do some exercise, or go for a walk, or just go and throw pebbles on the beach just for an hour, just to refocus, to make sure that you're okay. And then, like I said, write down those 3 things. Education at the moment is hard. When I started teaching in 1999, I had a class of year 2. No one checked on me all year. I did what I wanted, and I'm not saying that the children didn't learn, because they did, because I'm passionate like you are. However, I wasn't scrutinised. I wasn't, I was trusted and all of that. Now, unfortunately, that's gone now, and we need to be accountable. And that's why we need those collaborative friends all around us, and we need to watch out for other people. Don't sit there in your classroom worrying about tomorrow, or worrying that a lesson went wrong. Definitely get in a room with other people and have those conversations. If not, there's so many forums, like I said. Ask me, email me, call me, we'll have a Teams meeting. Anything I can do to support any school over the next year, over the next few months, then I'm more than happy to do so. I'm not saying I've got the right answers. I'm not saying I'm qualified to, deliver those correct theories and approaches. I'm not saying that. However, I do understand when people just need a shoulder to cry on, or a voice to listen, an ear to listen. So please reach out to each other, or to a forum on Facebook, or myself.
I think that's it. Lots
Excellent.
of congratulations on your new job.
Oh, thank you so much for the congratulations. Like I said, please don't think that I'm leaving education. In a way, I think it's going to be, I can tailor make things for you. I've got a bit of free time to concentrate on creating things that will save you time and not reinvent the wheel, but just to update things with the new EYFS reforms, provide you with hopefully resources that will save you time, and do most of it for free, because that's what I'm all about. Let us teach, trust us. It is the best job in the world, but we need to do our best, and Everything we do is to make the children flourish in their education. I need you to all make their education fun, because they deserve that and they all need to progress. I know that you know that, but also you must look after yourselves. Thank you so much for watching this evening. Like I said, please email me with any ideas, any thoughts, any themes that you'd like me to focus on soon. Do check out my YouTube and subscribe for a chance of winning the takeaway display box sent to your school, and maybe you could feedback to me as well. There are other takeaway display boxes that I will put onto my shop as well, but there's lots coming up soon. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful first week back, either with the children or with each other in an inset day that I hope inspires you. I really do. And I will see you very, very soon. Thank you for watching, and have a lovely rest of your evening.